Ladies and gentlemen, Barry C here with another cryptocurrency video, and there's a question each and every one of us should be asking when it comes to XRP, when it comes to crypto, and that is, are you ready for the market to turn around? Are you ready for the market to start skyrocketing? And the reason why it's important to ask this question is that people are making a lot of assumptions, and this assumption, well, there's a couple of them anyway, and there's been an assumption for a long time, and this usually comes about in bear markets where people look at the price of XRP and they assume that they always have access to cheap XRP, and XRP remains cheap until it's not. And a lot of people found that out the hard way in November of 2024. Because for the longest time, and if you followed me on YouTube for a while or on my Twitter page, you've seen me talk about XRP rising rapidly end of October heading into November. And for the longest time, people were saying, well, XRP was dead. It's never going back above $1 again. That crypto was dead and that XRP was essentially worthless because it was trading sideways. And what people didn't realize, for whatever reason, was that XRP follows a 4-year cycle. It's still stuck within the alt season bear market Bitcoin halving 4-year cycle routine. And we got to November 2024, and XRP went from 50 cents to over $2 a coin. Funnily enough, the price right now that people are so frustrated about and that people are catastrophizing, it was the exact same price in November of 2024, but back then people were euphoric. They thought it was the greatest thing ever. It was amazing to see. Whereas right now, with the exact same price, people are like, it's over, doom and gloom, XRP's done. And interestingly enough, outside of the euphoria, the main sentiment from people was, well, I wish I'd bought more XRP. I wish I had spent the bear market accumulating more so I had better take profit opportunities. And this is what I mean by, well, are you ready for XRP to start skyrocketing again? Because you know what? A lot of people weren't ready for November, despite the fact that there's a clear historic path or pathway, and there's a clear historic chart of where the bull run happens versus where the bear market ends, and how the market starts moving quite rapidly, that first leg up, end of October heading into November. And people were still caught off guard, despite the fact you can go back and look at bull runs from 2016 until now and see that they play out almost identically. It's happened twice before, and here we are a third time. And once again, we find ourselves in a situation where people are making this assumption that XRP is now going to be around $2, $2.20, $2.30, and a lot of people are kind of stuck in this weird negative narrative that, XRP is absolutely going down to 50 cents again. And once again, these people are going to be caught off guard. And that's why it's so important to ask yourself that question. Are you ready for the next leg up? Now, a lot of people at face value, they go, yeah, I'm ready. I'm absolutely ready. But here's the thing. Let's say XRP, and this is just hypothetical, and this is not financial advice. These are just some thought experiments to kind of get each and every one of us, including myself, as I say this, thinking and making sure that we are indeed in the best position possible to take full advantage of the second leg up and full advantage of this alt season. But let's say XRP only goes to $5 a coin. Let's say that's the extent of it. Now, I don't believe that, but that's hypothetically. If it goes to $5, to each and every one of you listening, are you in the best position possible to utilize a $5 take profit point without compromising your bags? Is $5 take profit even feasible? Let's say it only goes to $10 or $20. This is the same question you should be asking. If it goes to $10, $20, are you in a position to actually take profits without compromising your XRP holdings? Are you in a short-term, mid-term, long-term take profit potential range? You know, looking at short-term, can you do $5? Can you do $10? Mid-term, can you do $50, $100? Long-term, could you do $1,000? I think most people could easily hold until XRP went to $1,000 and make some decent profit. But it becomes about what can you do in the more immediate time frame to make yourself as comfortable as possible to wait longer. And this is what people found out in November when XRP was hitting $2.60, $2.70. And even early 2025 when XRP hit $3, there were so many people who were in a situation where it wasn't feasible or viable for them to take profits. And look, this isn't a way of condemning people or being negative. It's just highlighting the reality of what the mindset has to be within these bull run, bear market, alt season scenarios, especially with something like XRP that has the potential for an alt season and a utility run. Now, a lot of people, for some reason, always find a way to hate on XRP. And it's very easy to get sucked into that negativity. And instead of accumulating, people sideline themselves because they're waiting to see some sort of price movement, because then they feel confident in investing because they're seeing that positive price action, as opposed to utilizing these dips where you could accumulate XRP, let's say from 2021 until 2024, you could accumulate XRP between 30 cents, 50 cents, maybe even 60 cents, that kind of price bracket. Now, looking back at that price now, that seems pretty incredible. Whereas for that 3.5 year time period, people were frustrated beyond belief. People were fed up. And it's interesting, the moment you take those prices away, now people would give anything to go back and have access to cheap XRP like that. And this is where we are right now with the $2.20 or the $2.30. Even look, let's say between $2 and $2.50. That's the new cheap XRP. So when things start rebounding and skyrocketing and XRP starts going beyond $5 and we start hitting double-digit XRP, people will look back at the $2 to $2.50 price range and go, wow, that's amazing. As opposed to the sentiment right now, which is people are kind of fed up and they're saying, well, look, we're sick of the sideways trading. We're ready for a massive skyrocketing in price. And the main question that I have posed here, it's the question I ask myself, which is, well, am I ready for that? Because here's the thing, once you start skyrocketing, once you start moving rapidly, there's no going back. You can go back to 2017 until now and you can look at how XRP has rised rapidly with each bull run. And let's break this down. If you go back to 2017 and look at XRP, it was worth 0.006 cents a coin, so less than 1 cent. And in the space of just under a year, it went from 1 cent to over $3 in February 2018. And of course, once it skyrockets like that, people can look at it and they go, wow, I can see the amazing value because it just rallied like crazy and now everybody FOMOs in. Everybody wants XRP, and unfortunately the mindset is they're like, well, now I'm ready. I've seen a skyrocket. I'm ready for it to go back down to 1 cent so I can make those gains. And what they don't realize is now, well, once the market sort of retraces and corrects itself into a bear market now, well, now you're seeing 10 cent or 15 cent or 19 cent XRP. You never see 1 cent ever again. And then the same thing happens in 2021 where, from 2020, XRP was going from 19 cents, and in 2021, it went up to $1.65 to $1.80, even with the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. And same thing, people buy the top and they go, okay, great, now I'm in, I see the value, and, hopefully it dips back down and I get that 19 cent XRP. Well, now you're paying 30 cents or 50 cents or 60 cents. You don't get a 10 cent XRP ever again, let alone a 1 cent. And this is what I mean by, people say they're ready for that explosive price action, but then they don't realize the value of a project until after it skyrockets. And this is very, very specific as well to XRP, because so many people see, they see the FUD. There's always a reason why they sideline themselves. And then it's always after the fact where they see that explosive price action with XRP. Then they want to get in. But now, they're not getting the same opportunities that they had maybe a year ago or even a couple of months ago. Same thing happened in November 2024. People had 3.5 years to accumulate XRP below 60 cents a coin. And then November 2024 hits and now you're paying over $2. And then people say, at the height of November, oh, I wish I had that opportunity to buy cheap XRP. And then here we are now. And we have that opportunity to buy it closer to $2 than we did in November. And people are now saying, oh, well, XRP's done. So then that same question needs to be asked. Well, from here, where we are right now, are people ready for that rally? Because once we rally up to $5 or $10 or $20, let's say the market corrects and we go into a bear market cycle the way we typically would after a bull run in an alt season. Well, let's say it goes to $5 and it corrects back down to $2.50. Okay, 50%. $2.50 is now the cheap XRP. Let's say it goes beyond that. Let's say it goes to $10 and then corrects back down. Well, now you're paying $5 for cheap XRP. And for $20, now you're paying $10. The days of 50 cent or 60 cent XRP are gone forever. And I would argue that, let's say it does go to $20, and now the cheap entry point, let's say for the second half of 2025 for XRP, is now $10 minimum. I mean, would you rather pay between $2.50 and $2 right now for XRP? Or would you rather pay $10? These are the questions we need to ask. And once again, it comes back down to the mindset. And the reason why I'm so confident with all this is because I've been through 2 bull runs. I've made these mistakes. I've discovered cryptos when they've been super cheap. And then it's taken to the end of a bull run to realize my mistake. But now you don't get the cheap access point that you initially discovered. Now you're paying the new, more expensive cheap entry point. And XRP is no different. You're not going to get a 1 cent XRP. You're not going to get a 10 cent XRP. And I would even argue right now, you're not going to get a 50 cent XRP ever again. And that's going to keep on happening. And we're not even talking about a utility run yet. We're just talking alt seasons and 4-year cycles. The second that a bank announces that they're willing to use cryptocurrencies and they're willing to use XRP, that's when you see a $50, $100, $1,000, maybe even a $10,000 XRP. And when you see utility run happen and you have institutional money flowing into XRP, well, now you're taking away the volatility because they're not going to utilize a volatile asset if you're changing the banking and financial system for the better and changing the way we conduct finance forever. XRP will rally. And look, the volatility will be just positive, if anything. It'll go to $50 and $100, and then it'll get to about $1,000, and then it'll probably settle there. So then once you get to $1,000 XRP, you're not going to get a 50 cent XRP ever again. And once again, this becomes the question, are you ready for that? Are you in a position to not only see an alt season happen, but a utility run? And can you take profits along the way? So when everybody's panicking, everybody's frustrated, and everybody's angry, and everyone's got holding fatigue, look at where you sit. I look at my XRP bags constantly, and I think to myself, okay, if I was to take profits at $5, $10, $20, $50, $100, $500, $1,000, could I take profit every step of the way? If not, what are the price brackets I have to look for? And how long am I willing to wait? Do I have the resources to continue to build, or do I have to hold? And when I am taking profits, how much of my bags am I willing to compromise every step of the way? These are decisions I have to make now before things start going crazy. Because once XRP starts skyrocketing, there's no going back to these cheap points of prices. You're not going to go back to 50 cents. You're not going to go back to $1. The higher XRP rises, the more you're going to have to pay to enter into it cheaply. And that's not financial advice, ladies and gents. It's just a perspective of someone who's been in the market since 2016. I've seen the way crypto has changed and evolved, and I've seen XRP rapidly getting expensive as the years passed. And this alt season and 2025 heading into 2026 and heading into the next bull run is going to be no different. So have a plan, be prepared, and have your take profit strategies along the way. And ladies and gents, as always, none of this is financial advice. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And if you're curious about the other cryptos I hold outside of XRP, consider becoming a patron. Click the link in the description below, head across to my Patreon page, and consider becoming a Barry C VIP. There you'll have access to all my cryptos, as well as my buy, sell, and take profit signals in real time.